Hello, everyone. This is the K-Man 1971 back with the first comic book haul of 2017. I hope everyone out there had a great new year, a safe new year, and here we are back again collecting. Isn't it great? I think so. So I couldn't think of a more appropriate way to start off my first haul of the year than with one of my favorite characters rendered by one of my all-time favorite artists. This is Conan the Barbarian, number 241, drawn by the great Todd McFarlane. Picked this one up out of a dollar bin. Obviously, it's not expensive, but I really wanted this one. I forget where I read about this way back, probably last year sometime, but thumbing through the dollar bins, and there it was. Conan the Barbarian, as many of you know, if you are thumbing through dollar bins, Conan the Barbarian issues are plentiful. So I picked this one up, and I also picked up this one, which I was really psyched about also. Conan the Barbarian number 242, drawn by my all-time favorite artist, Jim Lee. So this one was a twofer, or actually a threefer, because Jim Lee, Conan the Barbarian, and you throw in Red Sonja. Awesome. And the last dollar book, only $3 books for this haul, but a pretty good one. Amazing Adventures, number 8. Uh, Drawn by Neil Adams, no less. I have no idea what that was doing in there. It's probably only a 5.0 VG plus, but still for a dollar, I had to pick that up just on principle, right? Okay, so thumbing through the regular long boxes. Blue Devil, number 1. I just have a soft spot for these some of these Copper Age DC heroes, and I used to buy Blue Devil back in the day, so I used to really like Paris Cullen's art on this title when it first initially kicked off. Reading it now as an adult doesn't hold up nearly as well, but it was still some good old-fashioned nostalgic fun, and I can't complain for $3. I mean, how much entertainment value can I hold against it for $3? In the last haul, I showcased what my monthly pull list is. What I didn't showcase in there, because the title came to an end, was Darth Vader, which was a title I enjoyed immensely. What a great 25 issue run that was. Well, 26 issues if you count the annual. So I've been having kind of a... Well, I was kind of used to getting 2 Star Wars titles a month. So I kind of wanted to get something with Darth Vader in it, so Dark Horse Comics Star Wars series are pretty cheap for the most part, and I used to get them back in the day. I have Dark Empire 1, 2, Empire's End, Vader's Quest, Splinter of the Mind's Eye, but I didn't own this one. I knew about this miniseries a long time ago when it first came out, but kind of forgot about it, so I picked it up. And they were all probably about cover price, or maybe a dollar more. I think they were like maybe $3 an issue. So great covers, incredibly bland art, and mediocre stories. So only for hardcore Star Wars fans would I recommend this series. So Star Wars Boba Fett, Enemy of the Empire, number 1. Number 2. Number 3. And number 4, which was the whole reason of me purchasing this miniseries to begin with, just for the fact that it had Boba Fett battling Darth Vader. So sometimes your inner 12-year-old just overrides your brain and says, yes, that is a good idea. Which, fundamentally, it should have been a good idea. It was just a great idea, bad execution. While I was still thumbing through the Star Wars Dark Horse section, I came across this, which years ago in Wizard magazine, they actually had a little write-up about this issue. And this is the first Boba Fett solo comic published. So, once again, for cover price, I don't usually spec that much, but when it comes to Star Wars, I do like to have first appearances, and I am an avid Star Wars fan. So for around $3, why wouldn't I want to pick up Boba Fett Bounty on Bakuda, the first Boba Fett solo story? I thought that was pretty cool. I am a big Daredevil fan, and I also have a need for some reason to pick up last issues. And I've especially been trying to pick up last issues of the long running series that I grew up reading. You know, Fantastic Four Volume 1, The Hulk Volume 1, Amazing Spider Man Volume 1, Batman, JLA, etc., etc. So this was another one on my list, Daredevil, The Man Without Fear, Volume 1, number 380, last issue. Pretty cool. I believe around sometime last year when Daredevil season 2 was about to start up again. I believe it was CBR that had a list of all their favorite Daredevil and Punisher stories, and I did not own this one, so I ended up picking up this set for I want to say like maybe $20, $25 with shipping included. So, and this was a really good story. I mean, I would put this at like Frank Miller levels of Daredevil awesomeness. This and it showcases rather the most brutal Daredevil Punisher confrontation that at least that I've ever read. So I would highly recommend this one. So Daredevil versus Punisher Means and Ends, number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, five, and 6. So once again, and as you can tell by the covers, it is grim and gritty. It is pretty brutal. It's probably for mature readers, I would say, but great story. Okay, another last issue. Wolverine, number 189. And another one that I wanted to get, and these were all either cover price or maybe 20% off. Wolverine 186. That is just an awesome cover of Wolverine basically saying that he has the Punisher's number. It's great. And this was a purchase actually from Midtown Comics. Wolverine 155. And just a little heads up, I mean, everyone here probably already knows, but Midtown Comics, they still have some really good deals listed on their site. I don't know if they haven't updated their site, but this is a $15 book everywhere around in my area. And I ended up picking this up near Mint off of Midtown for $3 plus shipping with the rest of my order. So I have no complaints about that whatsoever. And I had 154 for years, and for years this book has eluded me. I did not want to pay $15 to $20 that most people around here are asking for it. So pretty cool. I mean, some of their stuff is definitely overpriced, just like anywhere else. But if you look around, like I said, I'm not sure if it's a case of them not updating, but I just have a huge wish list through Midtown, and once books pop up, sometimes the prices are incredibly cheap, and other times it seems like it's double the price or even more expensive than eBay. So just a heads up, just something to look out for. Marvel Tales, number 137. This features not only Amazing Fantasy, excuse me, number 15, but it also features the origin of Doctor Strange. So this is one of those Marvel Tale issues that I would pick up if you can find it out there relatively cheap. I think I paid $3 for this. What was the deal with this issue? I mean, wasn't this hot at some time, either last year or the year before? Either way, I picked this up mainly for the cover. Um, it's beautiful, and it was only $5. So once again, just on principle, I'm not a big variant hound, but I remember when this came around the first time, I thought it was a good looking book. So for $5, I don't have any problem with that. Also from the same store, and also for $5. Captain Marvel #1, which yeah, pretty cool. It has a little ding right there, which is why it was only $5, but still a very VF Plus condition, so I wasn't going to turn that away either. Another last issue, Warlock in the Infinity Watch, number 42. Very cool. Another book that has eluded me for a while. Action Comics, number 835. This is an upgrade, but I wanted the first appearance of Livewire in main DC continuity, and this is her first appearance in the main DC universe, so I thought that was pretty cool. Alright, a little Deadpoolage. I think I'm going to start collecting this series also. I mean, every issue that I happen to pick up, I enjoy. So, Cable and Deadpool, number 36. This is the first appearance of Bob, Agent of Hydra. Really cool Deadpool supporting character, who I wish they would implement more in the current Deadpool series. I think he's just made like one little cameo, and that's about it. But definitely a really cool Deadpool supporting character. I also picked up Cable and Deadpool number 24, which I believe this is the first time that Deadpool and Spider-Man ever interacted. This is their first meeting. So as you know, I am a big fan of first meetings like that. And these are two of my top 10 favorite Marvel characters. So this was a must-buy. Both of these issues were $5 a piece, which I think is a pretty good deal. I'm not sure. This was, I believe I paid $20 for this. But Deadpool number 1 from his second volume. I don't really own many issues from Deadpool volume 2. I probably only own maybe like a dozen or so from volume 1. I've been working on that run. But from volume 2, I probably own like maybe half a dozen issues at best. So I was pretty happy to pick this up, and it is in killer shape. Speaking of Deadpool volume 1, I was happy to pick this one up. I believe this is his first annual. Marvel didn't number their annuals during this point. They would just number them by the year that they came out. So Daredevil, Deadpool 97. And I think this is when they were kind of hurting financially, so they would combine two of their series into one annual. I know they did this with a couple of their other annuals at the time also. So Daredevil, Deadpool 97. Cool stuff. Very cool stuff. And a tough black cover, no less. This was a good pickup for $5. Rom Space Knight number 1. My mom never bought this for me when I was a child, and I guess now reading about it as an adult, I guess the toy flopped, so it wasn't really in circulation for very long. So that could be another reason that my mother never picked it up for me back in the day, but on my parents rather. So. But yeah, I thought this was great to pick up. I believe this is a Frank Miller cover, and for $5, I was going to turn that away. I was not leaving that one behind. Once again, still trying to scratch that Darth Vader itch, I guess, and to hold me off until the new Darth Maul comic comes out from Marvel, I picked up this set of books, actually, these two books. Star Wars Tales number 9, I want to say this is cover A, and I also picked up, this is the one that I really wanted, I believe this is cover B, Star Wars Tales number 9, Vader versus Maul, just what we read comics for. This was just a fun time, and I would recommend anyone to pick this up. And I love that old school fighting cover too, just awesome. Both of those picked up, actually, I picked both of those up off of eBay, actually leftovers from 2016, and I want to say it was either $20 or $25 shipped altogether, so I couldn't complain about that either. Alright, now with all the recent Gotham City Siren madness that's been going on as of lately, this is one of the worst scenarios when you're already starting to collect a series that's relatively hot, or a character that's relatively hot, and then a movie is announced. So it's just, hey, Fire, here's some gasoline, have fun. So I am making it one of my goals of 2017 to really attack Gotham City Sirens and some of my Harley back issues that I've had on the back burner, so to speak. And so for the beginning part of this year, I am going hard and going to try to like snatch up as many of these books as I can before they become just obnoxious. So Gotham City Sirens #4. This will give me 1 through 5 of Gotham City Sirens and maybe like a dozen or so other issues that I have. So I should have more of these coming in the next haul, as well as this series, another series that I've been trying to collect here and there. Kind of like the first volume of Deadpool. Anytime that you can pick up any kind of Harley Quinn's from her first volume, I would definitely do it. This one's been on my list for a while. Oops, sorry about that. Just straighten this out a little bit. There we go. But I've wanted this cover for a while. Terry Dodson, he's another one of those artists. Have you ever seen a bad Terry Dodson issue? And no, you haven't. And the art, the interior art by him and his wife is incredible on this issue. So very happy to pick this one up. Harley Quinn #17. And lastly, Batman, Harley Quinn, #1. Also, another one that I picked up off eBay. It was supposed to be a 9.2, 9.4, but due to kind of cruddy packaging, it came in. I mean, you can't see it, but there is a little stress indentation that you cannot see until you shine the light on it or press your finger up against it, and a little stress mark right here. But they do not break color, so I would say that would probably knock it down to a very fine minus. So for what I paid for it, though, it was still a very reasonable price. So I didn't ask the guy for any kind of money back, but I did tell him that you should package your books better moving forward in the future. So that's all I have for this week. I will be back next week with another comic book haul. I hope you all have a great week out there. It is like a snowpocalypse right here in Massachusetts, man. Crazy. Good excuse just to bunker in, watch some YouTube comic book haul videos, eat, watch some NFL playoffs. It's a tough life, isn't it? So, thank you for watching. Thank you for all my new subscribers. Thank you for all my old subscribers. Thank you for anyone that comments, likes, or whatever. You know, all the good usual stuff. So, have a great week out there, and I will see you around the same time next week, and we can, geek out about comic books yet again, which is what this is all about to begin with. All right, take it easy. Bye.